Sharon's here. I am so glad you could join me today. I am absolutely thrilled. I am doing a collab today with Natasha Summer, and it's going to be on our top 5 favorite foundations. Now, when Natasha contacted me, I was tickled to death because she's so young and she's darling. Honey, she is Mother of the Year, let me tell you that for sure. She does so many hauls. She does recipes and food. She does favorites. She does makeup tutorials. I mean, you name it, and this girl's got it going on. So I was honored, and this is going to be a lot of fun today. Okay. I really want to get started, don't want to waste any more time, so I want all of you that are not subscribed to my channel or that come over from Natasha's channel to scroll on down and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Be sure and push the little bell, it'll notify you when my videos are being released. Okay, ladies, the first foundation that I want to start with, I have to say, is my tried and proved. I absolutely love it. And it is the Ysl Touche Cloth. I love this foundation. Now, in this foundation, I wear let me put on my glasses. As you know, Sharon, she got to have her specs. I wear BR40 in this foundation. Now, let me tell you why I like this foundation, besides everything. First of all, the color match was absolutely perfect. It has a medium to full coverage. And if you layer it, you've got a real nice heavy full coverage. But it's smooth. And what I like about the Ysl Touche Cloth, especially the new one they have out now, it's the Radiance Awakening. It gives all the texture a smoother look. The last one that they had seemed to be more drying to my skin. I have dry skin. This is the bomb. My skin stays fresh. It's not too luminous, but it's definitely not a matte foundation. And it is a long-wearing foundation. I swear by this foundation. Absolutely 200%. It's heaven on wheels. It doesn't break up on you, and it lasts me a good 10 hours a day. And that's what I look for in a makeup. I don't want it separating out. I want to see little polka dots on my face. I don't want it to be too drying, and I want it to last a good 10 hours. So this is it. Love it. The next foundation that I truly, truly love, and this has never been a secret to anybody, is my Dior Capture Towton. Now, this is more of a medium coverage foundation, but this is like spreading your skin with luxury. This is like wearing lace. Do you see what I'm saying? I love this foundation. In this foundation, I wear 020. And, I mean, it is a perfect, perfect combination. It's not thick. It's not heavy. There again, this foundation lasts me all day long. Very long wearing foundation. But it doesn't get oily on me or break up during the day at all because I have like an oily T-zone down running this way. So it doesn't even break up on me. This goes on very light, and I put this on, by the way, with a beauty sponge. Now, sometimes I use my Artiste brush. Okay, I think it's my number 7 brush. And it works just as well. But I wouldn't use just a foundation brush per se because it leaves it streaky. And I wouldn't use your fingertips. With this, you want it smooth, and it goes on smooth if it's applied properly. Definitely, you're going to have to need a primer underneath this. Now, with all these foundations, you need a primer. I primarily am a silicone gal. So, I use Smashbox silicone primer, in the clear gel. That seems to hold all of my foundation in place and gives me a smoother look. When I put the primer on, I will tell you this right now before we go to the next one. I make sure that I press that in to everywhere where I want pore, refining. I want to fill in the pores. I want to cover up some of my harsh lines, even around my eyes. I put my primer. Then when I add, any of these foundations, I let it sit for about 10 minutes before I apply foundation. Then you have got the most gorgeous look ever. Love this. To me, the Dior Capture Total is a little pricier. But you know what? You get what you pay for, my ladies. I'm sorry. If you want a luxurious look, if you want a beautiful look, if you want to look when the sun or the lights in the evening hit your face, Capture Total. Favorite above favorites above favorites. The next foundation that I truly, truly love is by Guerlain, and it is the... I should have put my contacts on, girlfriends, okay? So I could see better. Okay, this is the Natural Perfection Foundation. The Skin Fusion Texture is the one I'm wearing here. And it is, again, the newer formula than what they had before. In this foundation, I wear the color... Might as well keep these on, right? In this foundation, I am wearing 6R01 in this foundation, or commonly 02N. Alright, this is also a very long-lasting foundation because that's how I roll. The foundations, like I said, they have to wear all day long. Now, this is a medium to full coverage. However, I find that I have to put on a second layer, in certain areas. So it is buildable. So I will add more to it. This is let's say, not creamier per se, more radiance. It gives me a little more luminosity with this one. And I do use the Guerlain primer with this, with the one with little gold specks in it. And this helps. It doesn't do well with a silicone primer. When I say doesn't do well, you'll find that it kind of streaks along the line. So if you're going to go Guerlain the whole way. Okay, you know what I'm saying? I mean primer and foundation. But this has a gorgeous finish. Just absolutely beautiful. But for me, I like a medium / full coverage. And I lean more towards the full coverage, but not, off the chart matte full. So this leaves a gorgeous look. Just add more in the areas where you don't want your makeup to run off or to spread or to separate. Because this is absolutely breathtaking. Wonderful foundation. Now, the one I wore for years and years and years and years... before I even switched over to Dior, and I mean I wore it for years, is my Chanel Vital Lumiere. And it's the Vital Lumiere Perfection. And I love this. Absolutely love it. In this color, I wear 32 Beige Rose. I do have pink undertones, so this is a gorgeous color. Now, this is a thinner type coverage for me. This is definitely a medium coverage. Now, it is buildable, I will tell you that. But in the summertime, I really go for my Chanel Vital Lumiere a lot. I totally do it because it's a little lighter than a heavier coverage, but when you're out in the sun and everything, it's not showing all the lines and the little wrinkles and the, wrinkles around the crow's feet and everything. This is a long-standing foundation. It will wear all day long, and they're all a little pricey. I mean, I'm showing you luxury foundations here, so none of them are dirt cheap. But there again, my ladies, if you want something that's not going to separate, if you want no polka dots, if you don't want anything sitting in your lines, if you want it to last almost up to 10 hours, you're going to buy one of these foundations. Are you following me? Okay. And the Vital Lumiere is fantastic. I have tried the Velvet, the Vital Lumiere Velvet. It is too light for me. It's more of a sheer coverage. I like a little heavier coverage, so this is it. gorgeous, gorgeous finish. And this is great even if you powder over it lightly with a bi-terry powder or, you know, anything more translucent, you know what I'm saying? This gives a gorgeous finish. Beautiful. Love it. And then for you gals that want a little bit less as far as price, but you want a gorgeous look, an everyday look, I have the Lauder Perfectionist. This has got to be one of my very, very favorites for daytime. Always. And when I film, the majority of the time I'm wearing this. I'm wearing this now. This is a kick butt foundation. I love it. It's not as heavy as their long wear foundation. I don't want that real heavy, thick look. But I don't want a light look either. I want something that it's going to cover my face. And this definitely doesn't. I do not have to apply a second coat. I do not have to build. This is perfect. In this particular foundation, I am wearing C2 Pebble. And I mean to tell you, this has the nicest consistency when it comes, it's a thick liquid, and it's just so smooth. Like I said, I'm wearing it now. I have never felt anything more comfortable on the face than this Lauder foundation. This is my go-to in the daytime foundation, always, always, always. My others are great for evening, and I'm not saying I don't wear my YSL in the day, I do, but this is my very favorite for daytime. And it's fast, it's got a pump. See, it's got the pump. I like that. The cap fits right back on, and it's heaven. With all of these, they all have pumps. In the Guerlain, it has a pump, and that is nice. I mean, YSL, it's got a pump. We can't live without a pump, girls. You know what I mean? Because what I do is I squirt my foundation down on my palm of my hand, and then I dot where I want to put my foundation. Then I either use a beauty blender, which I do for some of these, and some, of course, you know, I use a brush, my artiste brush. So that depends on what floats your boat. You see what I mean? But these are my top 5 favorite foundations. I will list them down below and the link for them. But if you haven't tried these, you don't know what you're missing, girls. Now, I am in the process of trying a new foundation, and it's Charlotte Tilbury foundation. It's the more luminous foundation in a tube. So I'm going to try that, and I'll have to get back with you on that and let you know what I think. But right now, these are my tried and proved. I've used them for years. I love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. I want to thank you so very much for joining me today. I so appreciate it. And Natasha, mwah, 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 thank you, girlfriend, for asking me. I so love this. I mean, she's a pro. If you're not subscribed to Natasha Summer, what are you waiting for? Oh my gosh. Scroll down, click on her link, and get over there and check her foundations out. She is a pro with these foundations, let me tell you. I love each and every one of you. Thank you so much for joining my tribe. And to all my subscribers, I would you stay sassy, classy, and confident, and give me a big thumbs up on this video.